Hi, I'm the Traveling Wizard and I'm in New York City, here in Times Square, just singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. I've never seen that show, I hate to say. Today, I have 2 days to see Manhattan, and we're going to go to the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, the Rockefeller Center. I got a list of about 20 places to go. So stick with us in this edition of The Traveling Wizard. First stop today is the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art here in New York. It's a fantastic museum, 5 stories of modern art. I think I've already found my favorite piece, and this is one right here. It represents man's struggle in a spacious environment. Big crowd over here. I'm betting it's going to be Starry Starry Night on this wall because that's the one everybody's taking pictures of.
All that going on right there. Those ain't no apples.
This one, mustard stain. One thing I like about visiting museums is that upbeat feeling you get and the happiness from seeing this kind of art. In spite of the name Bloody Mary, which sounds like it ought to be Scottish, like the Mary Queen of Scots that's named after, it was actually invented in America here in New York at a place called the King Cole Bar, which resides in the St. Regis Hotel. Let's try Bloody Mary and see if they're as good as New Orleans. Formula?
This is the special formula.
Is it made with real blood from people named Mary?
Blood from Mary. Yeah, it is actually. This is what this place is famous for.
To Mary. May she not be so bloody. I like it. Our consensus: the Bloody Marys are delicious, but they're $26 each. Holy cow. Get like 5 of those in New Orleans. Pretty much everywhere you go in New York has been in a movie at some point. Right behind me, you probably recognize this from Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna call?
Something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
Well, besides being famous for King Kong, the Empire State Building is famous for Sleepless in Seattle. And this is where the famous scene takes place with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, where they meet. Well, today is a very horrible day. It's rainy, it's cloudy, you can't see anything. But I'm gonna go outside anyway. Not nearly as romantic as the movie. So here I am in Rockefeller Center, the place where they shot the movie Serendipity. The ice skating ring, it's a famous... Hey, excuse me, is that a red jacket you're wearing?
It is.
Red's my favorite color. It's Serendipity. So one of the things you can get here in New York is a City Pass, which includes tickets to a lot of the attractions, 9 different ones here in the city. And right here I'm at 911, the 911 Memorial. It's the biggest waterfall I've ever seen. And we have the names of all the people who died in 911, September 11th, and a beautiful memorial. We're gonna go in and have a look at it. I'm here at the world's famous Katz's-Dell. You might recognize it from the movie Where Harry Met Sally, where Sally kind of started doing her whale impersonation.
Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have whatever she's having.
But it's very, very famous for a sandwich that she invented. Mixing pastrami with corned beef. Pastrami and corned beef. Now, they didn't invent the Reuben. A guy named Reuben did, but he's no longer around. And this is the sandwich that everybody comes and gets in New York. Comes with pickles, pickled tomatoes, and it's going to be hard to eat.
How is it?
It's good. It's a big sandwich. About 7 or 8 blocks from Katz is this place behind me. May it look familiar, maybe you don't recognize it, but it's from the Physical Graffiti album. The whole cover, right here on St. Mark's. A lot of food was invented in New York, and while New York didn't invent the hot dog, they made it popular in America. Right here, this stand, this is the original one, Nathan's Hot Dogs. Took a German sausage and turned it into a worldwide phenomenon. Is it as good as the movie theater? Light, airy, fluffy, meaty. That tastes like a really good hot dog. Our last stop before we leave New York City, Harry Houdini's grave. It's in Queens. It's a very small cemetery, very quiet cemetery. It's right over here. Houdini's whole family is buried here. There's his grave. There's Mom, there's Dad, and even Grandma.
And don't take a rock.